Just like to introduce Jake Day and Andrew Hopkins from Northumbrian Water and Essex and Suffolk Water. Andy and Jake are going to be joining us on the day, so I'd just like to know what your respective roles are at Northumbrian Water Group, and also a little bit about your interest in geospatial technology.
So if I jump in first, so my role, so I work for Essex and Suffolk Water. So I design the schemes, work with software such as AutoCAD to produce the scheme designs, and we've been working on an initiative with MGIS to implement the use of GNSS technology to help improve our asset data, which helps us at the front end when we're picking up this information to carry forward into design. We're hoping to leave a more improved legacy for people in the future.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm Andy Hopkins, so GIS architect at Northumbrian Water, basically leading our GIS and GNSS technology within the company. First introduced GNSS technology about 3 years ago to help capture accurate position when it's needed.
How are you going to be involved on the day, the MGIS Daily Dash?
So just to jump in on that one, so me and Andy are going to be delivering a short presentation just explaining an initiative we've got running in terms of implementing the use of GNSS technology into our daily operations.
Yeah, so just as Jake said there, we're doing a joint presentation, just telling our story really on how we've used GNSS to solve a real world problem within the business and kind of how we've collaborated together.
You mentioned a little bit about how MGIS help you and support innovation. You know, you're supporting this event, but what would you like to get out of it?
Sure. So going back probably over the last few years now, various parts of the business have come up with ideas on how we can adapt, to picking up some of this technology. And MGIS have really acted as a sort of base, a bit of a knowledge centre really that we've dipped into, and they've provided quite a lot of support along with our own GIS guys, so the likes of Andy here.
Yeah, I mean, I can add to that as well. I mean, MGIS are a key partnership for me personally in terms of demystifying the kind of the GNSS technology that's out there. We know well what's going on within our business, but MGIS can be kind of the eyes of what's happening in the industry and other utility sectors, so that when our guys have a specific need, that we can just add a device on or tweak a workflow that fits into the overall strategy. So yeah, they've been really helpful to me.
Now that's really good to hear, and I guess just one final point to pick up on was with regard to the sessions, particularly around Earth observation data. There's something that's relatively new to Northumbrian Water. Is that something which you're interested to find out more about, how it might be able to drive some additional value into what you do, in your day jobs?
Yeah, sure. So we've spoke at length, haven't we, Andy, in terms of implementing this technology, whereby there's a common awareness of what is out there, and sort of establishing a setup which allows us to pick up new technology without causing too much disturbance to our day-to-day operations, which as a water company are quite a precious thing. So we'll touch on our presentation on how we've got access to potentially hundreds of surveyors. So it's establishing the technology in a way which allows these hundreds of people to all contribute, and that's going to get us to where we want to be much quicker, and allow us to pick up improvements to the technology when they become available.
I guess it's a similar thing to the journey on GNSS for us with Earth observation data. It's kind of a new field for us in terms of how could it work for us as a business. So, sessions like this, the Daily Dash, will be great for us to kind of have a look at what other people are doing, what the technology's like now. Things are fast moving. But I would definitely think from our point of view, it's trying to find simplistic use cases for that, so that our guys in the field, to get the benefit, don't have to be masters of this technology, but just get something that's on their desktop or on their mobile device that helps them do their day-to-day job and meet the challenges in the next hour.
That's fantastic. Really great insight. I'm really looking forward to next week. So I appreciate your input, and thanks for your time, gents.
Super. Thanks very much.
Cheers.